Hello everyone, my name is Sydney, Sidders and Solhan_do, and welcome back to the Kent Coast Walk. Today we are doing Lower Upnor, or Upnor, to Chatham. Behind me you've got the River Medway, and that's the direction that we came from last time, from Upper Stoke to Upnor. Over there is the ship, which is where we finished last time. I have got our Gravesend and Rochester map. So today's walk takes us through the rest of Upnor, or the majority of Upnor really, past Upnor Castle, the Medway Bridge, cross over to Rochester. We're going to take a tiny detour to look at Rochester Castle and finish off our walk by walking to the Chatham waterfront bus station. I have got a total of 5 people with me today. That's a record for the Kent Coast Walk. Somebody you might recognise is JC2244. Who's been on my channel a lot. Hello JC, welcome to the Kent Coast Walk.
Yeah.
Awesome. Of course I got my mum, I've got a friend, and I've got Amma with us as well. So without any more hesitation, let's get going. That's a good place to cut. That is the bus that we caught. The number 197. Today's walk is a total of 5.4 miles, but because of our detour that we're doing to Rochester Castle, it's going to be a little bit more than that, probably closer to 6 miles. So we've turned away from where the ship is down there and followed this road along. And we're going to follow this road up here to this footpath which turns off to the left.
And then we're going to go to Margate.
No, we're not. And there's an impressive set of stairs just around here. Up here you've got the footpath sign. And there's the set of stairs we're about to go up.
It's the Saxon Shoreway.
Yeah! So a bit of information I forgot to mention was that today is our final walk on the Hoo Peninsula. And I can't believe it's coming to the end, this stretch of the walk. It's been going on for like the past 7 walks or so. And we're also going to be crossing the River Medway, or the Rochester Bridge, which is going to be quite a milestone, I think. Upnor Castle House. So we're nearly at Upnor Castle, just ahead of us by this post van actually. We're entering Upper Upnor, which is where Upnor Castle is. Probably just around this corner. High Street. And this is the King's Arm in Upper Upnor, which is the 3rd pub in the Upnor area after the pier and the ship. And this is the beautiful cobbled street of Upper Upnor. Manor House. The old post office, closed 1996.
It's a bit known.
Look at that! This is a bed, I think, and yeah, the ship is new. And those seats are made with boats, with old boats.
Wow, that's fantastic. There's another one. What a beautiful place. I didn't expect Upper Upnor to be so beautiful, with all these unique buildings behind me, this cobbled street, the pub, the boat that is made into a chair, and behind me you've got the River Medway, like a gorgeous view across. And I believe just over here is Upnor Castle, which seems to be closed at the moment. But there's the sign for Upnor Castle, just behind these walls here. Hey JC, what do you think of this place?
There should be a geocache here too. Someone needs to.
You can see across to St Mary's Island over there and Chatham Dockyards.
I'm very tempted to tip it over.
But it's so ambient. So from the beautiful Upper Upnor behind me there, we're going to take this path with the footpath sign there and the water-filled boat there along the banks of the River Medway. It's a little bit muddy, so it makes me question whether this path is under the tide at high tide or not. But hopefully, well, you'll find out if you come at high tide, but just be careful in case it is. At the moment, it is perfectly fine. Jump across, JC.
They are.
Because
I didn't quite jump it, I'm not gonna lie.
It's just a tad muddy.
rattlesnakes.
I don't think there's rattlesnakes here. There's a fantastic view of Upnor Castle from here. You can see super clearly now that we've gone through the ultra muddy path. Okay, we're leaving Upnor behind us, and I just heard some terrible noises from ahead of us. Oh, we're going down this alleyway and there's a tree that's fallen across it. The whole tree's fallen down. How are we gonna get past this?
Are we? Maybe up that bit, I reckon.
There's a house on the other side, is there?
Oh, Mum's going for it. We can get through this. Oh. For the viewers, if you're interested, that's the military area there.
There's a dog.
You're more slender. Come on, Abby, you can do it.
Would you like some help, Emma?
I think Casey's way was quite good. Face the fence.
Yeah.
Be like a crab.
Be like a crab.
Sid, do you want to pass me your camera and I'll film you?
Okay. Are you okay, Emma?
There's a dog.
Right. It's continuous filming, so keep it rolling. Hello.
Yeah. I'm a little cold. I reckon it
That
winged
wasn't too bad. I mean, it's always an adventure having trees across your path. Here you can see the, because this is a military area here, but our path turns up here along the side. Public footpath, and we cut MOD property. This area is patrolled by guard dogs, and we cut down this way here.
National Cycle Network, but cyclists dismount.
Oh, what did you think of the tree that was blocking our path?
Well, I managed. We all managed, didn't we? It was a new experience. Never too late.
It's been an interesting stretch of path since we left the coast at Upnor. We're right next to a very busy road now. But alas, this is the best path to take to avoid all of that industrial area, the Medway City Estate, I believe it's called. I'd rather not walk through that. We are joining the road here, the very busy road, and we're gonna cross to over there where there's a path that goes up through the through the bushes, And there's the crossing just there. Interestingly, I can see an oast house up there. We're just about to follow this path up here that I pointed from the other side of the road. It's part of the Saxon shore actually, but behind us, on that side of the road there, is the Medway City Estate, which is the area we're avoiding. It's completely industrial. We could follow the main busy road that goes through there, but it's rather unpleasant, so that's why we're taking this much nicer path, which still is the closest public right of way to the coast, so I don't think it's that much of a cheat to take it.
What do you think, JC?
Epic! If you can see over there, there's also McDonald's, if anyone's hungry at this point in their walk. There's... oh, JC's running off ahead. So we're going... oh yeah, straight up. Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you here. Just going through this kissing gate. Voila. Over there we've got that oast house that we could see in the distance before. Very nice. And if you follow me around, we are heading this way along this road, which will eventually lead us into Rochester, or Strood as well first. We've got one church to look at before we get there though. Perfect. Oh, great. It looks like the oast house is in the grounds of this manor house here, which on this delivery sign has an east and west wing.
And we're going to climb it?
No, we're not. We came from the footpath just down there. And we're going to head around and down that road there. Are they conserving this this barn here? If anyone can let us know, write it in the comments, I'd love to know. There's also a footpath here, but that's not the way we're going. You can see just to the left of this road here that there's a cliff right there, because this whole area I believe used to be quarried. It's like we've got a walking party ahead of us here. Just came up this road, the road turns off to the right here, and we're continuing along the footpath down this way, and JC will demonstrate how to walk. Through this gap in the fence to the left of the path, you can see the huge industry area down there. Momentarily, we are going to be following this path down the hill into Strood. I don't know what that sound is, but down this path to our right, we have All Saints C of E Church, which we're going to have a quick look at before we follow the main path down to Strood. Wow, quite a beautiful church here. This is All Saints Church of England Church. I believe it's part of the Frindsbury area of Medway. How do you feel about the church, JC?
Epic.
How do you feel about the church, Emma?
Well, the church is lovely because of the lights, the sunlight on the stone. Lovely colour. Very big.
How do you feel about the church, Mum?
It's what I like to call JC Epic.
Yeah.
Strood Community Trail. So now we're heading down this way. Here you can really see the quarry that was right next to that church. There's wonderful views over the whole of the Medway area, well specifically Strood. You can probably see the Rochester Bridge we're about to cross over there. So we've just come down from this path up here. You can see the footpath there. And we're going to be heading...
I think we went around...
That's a bit of a tight gap for those cars to get through there. We're going to be heading down here, which leads us along the Medway to the Rochester Bridge. down that way over there, that is the Medway City Estate that we avoided. This gives us more context of how close the church is to the edge of the cliff here. We have actually made it to the Medway towns now. I can't believe we're in the city area. We're in Strood at the moment. We're about to cross over to Rochester. I am so excited. Through the fence here you can see the submarine that's submerged in the Medway there. And it also looks like this whole area to the left here is being prepared for pedestrians to be allowed to walk along the edge there. They've got this sort of metal fencing ready to prevent people from falling into the water. In fact, it looks like both sides of the road here are both ready for development. I can imagine they're going to build some lovely riverside houses here. We're just passing a place called the Riverside Tavern, Bar and Restaurant. You can see Strood Station. Down here by the tavern.
Oh my god, there's a bag of rock.
Got great views of this submarine here. We're at the Strood waterfront or riverfront at the moment. You can see you've got these blue fences all along and a boardwalk sort of thing. Okay.
I can learn how to fly.
No, not that one. Oh, it's the other side.
The other side?
Push it up.
Oh, that one.
You have to push your whole body weight up.
Oh, no way. I'm not doing that. And the baby ones are the ones with the browner fur. Huh? Oh, cygnets. It's getting up to walk.
Quack, quack. Sydney does. Throw him a Jaffa cake.
A Jaffa cake. It ate it.
Swallowing mum.
Look at
It's
that,
okay.
it's a parent.
This one's getting up.
You should let the babies.
Oh my god, you just ate it.
It starts flying up. Wait.
No, the same one again. The same one.
They
Make-
fly.
They have wings.
The same one got it.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Medway or Rochester Bridge, and that means we are leaving the Hoop Peninsula. We have been on the Hoop Peninsula since Gravesend. It's crazy. The majority of the walk so far has been on this peninsula. So we're about to cross the Medway. It's a significant moment, I think. One of the most significant moments on the walk, because it's such a landmark for Kent. As we cross this road here, which leads onto the bridge, there's the rather pleasant high street of Strood there. With the bridge that we're about to cross, there's Rochester Castle, which we're heading to after we've crossed the bridge. We made it across the Medway Bridge, or the Rochester Bridge, and we are now in Rochester. After we visited Rochester Castle, we are going to come back and join by this Welcome to Historic Rochester sign and continue along the coast. But for now, instead of heading the way we need to go down that way, we're going to head to the right of the bridge, which is behind me, and head towards the castle down this way. We had to visit Rochester Castle. There's no way we couldn't have seen it. It's so close to the bridge, which is right behind you. Here's the entrance to the castle grounds, and we're probably going to go all the way to the top on this little bit of a detour here. Rochester Castle. Highly overexposed, but very spectacular. What an amazing castle. Hey,
Going behind.
you've also got Rochester Cathedral there.
Where were you even?
We're just climbing up to the castle. 200 steps. Wow. Rochester Castle. This is...
Why not?
Oh, there are the remains of pigeons on the mountain.
Look at this, Jesu.
Commercial photography isn't allowed.
It is allowed. Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
Epic.
It's so awesome in here. This castle is like craziness. Emma,
Yes.
what do you think of the castle?
Well, I know how far it is on the way up. I've been before.
It's 200 steps.
Yeah, over 200 steps. Yes.
Wow.
And it's right on the edge. It's very steep. Can you catch me if I fall?
Okay. In we go.
Just over 200. That's it.
Just over 200. Whoa. I'm a professional bubble vlogger. There's a pigeon there. Oh, we're nearly at the top. I think we're at the top. Wow. So overexposed, hang on. There we go. Look, we're at the top.
Pigeon!
Pigeon somewhere.
Whew.
I can't believe we made it. From up here you can see the entire walk we've done. All the way over there you've got those two skyscrapers, and next to those is Upnor on the other side. Then we walked all the way through those woods there. That's where the fallen tree was. And so we got to the church. Remember the church on top of the cliff? We walked down there to the Strood waterfront. There's the submarine. And further along until we got to the Medway Bridge. And we crossed over, and now we're at the castle. Rochester Castle was fantastic. So definitely come here if you're doing a walk around the Kent coast, because it would be such a shame to miss it. It was so close to our path, and the views are spectacular. And just seeing the castle is amazing, the historical aspect of it. There we go, there's Pizza Express up there. So we are done with Pizza Express. We are back by this side, but on the other side of the road, and we are gonna finish our walk by heading to Chatham Waterfront bus station. First of all, there is a little bit of the Riverside that we want to try and follow, but at the moment they've got the Rochester Riverfront development, so we're going to try and weave our way in and out of that and see how much we can actually follow the coast, and hopefully we can at least follow some of it. Rochester Riverside. Let's go! England's largest second-hand bookshop. So we've come from the main road back there, and we found a way to get to the shorefront this way behind me, where everyone's going. So we're gonna hop up here and make our way to the coast. We made it through the gap in the fence there, just followed that path behind me there, and we have made it back alongside the River Medway. So we're gonna try and follow it along this way and around until we eventually get towards Chatham, if we're lucky. Rochester Riverside Walk.
Perfectly doable.
Just walking towards these buildings after doing that little stretch of coast, because there's a creek here that you have to sort of walk around, and then we're going to walk down that side there. So the buildings here are all a part of the new Rochester Riverside development. There's the co-op for the Riverside co-op. You can see the, oh yeah, Rochester train station is right there. That's literally Rochester train station, with the castle and the cathedral in the background. You've got the travel lodge for Rochester right there, and you've got the Rochester Riverside, I'm guessing that's like the main building advertising the new houses in this area. What are you doing, JC?
Climbing. So I can commit dive. Whoa.
Wow, it's a playground! Wow! Huh?
You're struggling on the surf deck.
I'm up.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
Okay.
Head first.
Head first?
He's always like it.
Can you get through, Sydney?
Yay! We did it!
This is insane. This is so much fun, guys. You should come here to Rochester to have so much fun like me.
Yeah.
My poor bag.
It's not working. Here's all part of the Rochester Riverside development. This is the area we're in now with the park that JC nearly crushed my camera in.
Yeah.
This is the field that we walked around. That's no longer going to be a field soon. It's all broke in somewhere down here, I think. And walked around and down, and now we're here. And then we're going to do the rest. Having to turn away from the coast again because this part of the development hasn't been completed.
Loads of different things to be sold as well.
Really?
Yeah, look at the window.
Oh yeah, they also sold in the windows. So from that road there, we had to backtrack back to this co-op, and we're going to cut through the underpass that goes under Rochester Station and follow the main road back to Chatham Waterfront bus station. Here's Rochester Station. Got to head down this road towards Chatham. Pub called the Nag's Head. Bye bye Rochester, hello Chatham. We made it along the extremely long road which is named High Street, which runs between Rochester and Chatham. And now we're heading back down to the Medway shoreline for the last time today to walk down the pier at Chatham. Look at all the swans! There's a swan grooming itself! We have made it to the bus station. It's been awesome, we did it! Chatham bus station, thank you so much for watching. My battery is low. Thank you everyone for joining. It's been awesome! And don't forget to believe in the rainbows, and I shall see you next time for Chatham to Gillingham. Goodbye everybody, and don't forget to believe in the rainbows and stuff. Yay!